Okay. All right. So who was not here on Friday? Giselle, you weren't here on Friday, right?
No.
That's right. So on Friday we learned something new. We had been talking about bar graphs, right? And charting data or information on bar graphs. So on Friday we learned about line plots, and line plots are a little bit different. Does anyone remember what was different between a line graph and or a line plot and a bar graph? We talked about where the information was. Do you remember?
That.
It's kind of hard without seeing it. Bar graphs usually have a line here and a line here, and they have information on this side and down here on this side, right? So with line plots, we only have information down here at the bottom. And what information did we plot on our line? Do you remember we rolled something? What did we roll? We rolled the dice, right, to see how many numbers we got. So this was our tally marks from the dice that we rolled, and then we plotted it on the line, right? Okay.
And then the total was 14.
Yep, I think I recreated this one from memory, so it might not be exactly the same, but it was just to help you guys remember. So today we're going to kind of review that again. We're going to do a little bit different. I'm going to pass out some supplies to you guys that I need you to look at for me to help us plot our information this time. So everyone's going to get a ruler that you can hang on to.
Can we cut it?
You don't need to for this right now. Later on, if you want, you can take it home and cut it. But for this, you can just hang on to it. Okay. There you go. And the other thing I'm going to have you do, as I'll explain these in a minute, I need you to take 2 yellow strips, but they need to be different sizes. So you can pick any 2 you want, but they need to be different sizes. Those different? Oh, those are pretty close. One of the long ones. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. I see a lot of mosquito bites. You guys must have all played outside over the weekend.
I put it like.
Good job not itching them. It's kind of
Yes.
hard to do.
I went to 2 parties yesterday and then there was mosquitoes outside.
Oh, I think that might, is that the same size? Oh, like, let's see if we can, sometimes the smaller ones are down at the bottom. Here, how about, do you want a small one like that? Straight here. There you go. All right. Perfect. All right, we've got 2 more people. All right. So can anyone guess what these yellow strips might look like?
10.
They kind of look like tens, like the tens frames, right? Like the bars. You get 2 that are different sizes. Okay, perfect. Today, even though they kind of look like tens frames, we are going to pretend that they are French fries.
Oh.
Okay? So,
I'm just gonna eat.
you're gonna eat them? I know. Who likes French fries? Thumbs up
From
if you like French fries.
McDonald's.
From McDonald's?
Not these.
No, those aren't very tasty. So today, we're gonna practice 2 skills kind of while we're doing this. We are going to each measure our French fries on our ruler, and then we're going to plot them on our line plot. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a minute, and I want you to measure your French fries. If your French fry, can I borrow your ruler for just a minute? Okay. If your French fry is not exactly like this, is almost 8 inches, I want you to round up to the nearest inch, okay? So this one's almost 8 inches, so when I call on Oliviana, she can just say 8 inches, okay? Because I didn't do half sizes.
8 inches.
Okay, and if you want, you can write the length of your French fries on your paper so you don't forget them, and then in a minute, I'm gonna have you let me know and we'll plot them on our thing. So I'm gonna give you just a few minutes to measure your french fries.
Which ones, you want to do it on the inch side or?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, on the inch side. That's a very good question, yes. On the inch side. Yeah, and if you want, you can write down, like, you can write on your ruler paper if you want, so you don't forget how long each one was. Here, so if you look right here, so
Yeah,
so you can round, so what should we round it to, do you think? Is it closer to the 6 inch or the 7 inch? 6, okay, so you can come up with 6. All right, does everyone have their measure?
up or down.
Remember,
Closer to.
you have, everybody's ready?
I am.
Perfect. All right, I am going to look for people that are sitting nicely and quietly to come up and we'll tally our data on our tally side and then we'll plot it on our line graph, or on our line plot. I keep calling it a graph. Okay, let's see. Elliot, can you tell me what the lengths of your french fries were?
6 and then the other one.
Go ahead and measure the other one real quick.
It was.
3 inches? Okay, can you bring your french fries up and we're gonna put them in our french fry. Put it in there. See, this works out for me because I end up with all the french fries.
My parents used to work at McDonald's.
You did?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Who else is sitting nicely? Diane, do you want to come up, or do you want to tell me how long your french fries were?
The first one was 8 inches and the second one was 6 inches.
6 inches? Okay, so we're going to put another tally mark there. Do you want to bring your french fries up? Let's see. Gabriel, how about you?
My first one was 8 inches and then my other one is about 4 inches.
4 inches? Perfect. Can you bring your french fries up? I haven't called on you yet. I'm looking to see who's nice and quiet. Xavier, how about you? How long were your french fries?
6 and 5.
6 inches and 5 inches? Okay. You want to bring those up for me? Thank you, Gabriel. Giselle.
My first one was 8 inches and my other one was 6 inches.
Perfect. Thank you. 8 and 6. Oh, we had a bunch of long french fries. Okay. All right. Oliviana, how about yours? How long were yours?
4 inches and 8 inches.
4 inches and 8 inches. Perfect. Okay, so now we have all of our fries back in our basket. So if we look at our line plot down here.
Christian didn't get to.
Oh, I'm sorry, Christian. I didn't mean to forget you.
You
How long were your french fries, hon?
6 inches and 2 inches.
6 inches and 2 inches.
She was just so quiet.
I know. With my tally marks now with 6 inches, right here, should I put another straight line or should I do across? Across since it's 5. Perfect. Oh, that one was really long, wasn't it?
This one was
Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to look at this, our tally marks here. I cannot get this line straight. So our tally marks here, this is our data or our information that we're going to plot on our line. So how many inches or how many fries did we have that were 1 inch?
0.
Did we have any? 0, right? So we're not going to put anything there. What about 2 inches?
1.
1. So we'll put 1x right here because we had one french fry that was 2 inches. How about 3 inches?
1.
1. So we'll put 1x above the 3. What about 4 inches?
2.
2. 5 inches?
1.
1.
Oh, you forgot to put the other one on the 4.
Oh, I did. Thank you. You guys are helping me. I must not be awake yet this morning. Goodness.
6.
I forgot Christian and I forgot my X. Okay. For 6 inches, we had a lot of fries that were 6 inches. How many X's do I need to put on?
5.
5?
They're all gonna fit there though.
Oh, let's see. I'll try and do them small. I might have to draw on our fry box. Okay, what about 7? Did we have any fries that were 7? 0? None? Okay. And what about 8 inches?
4.
4? So I'll do 4 X's.
It's like a battle between 8 and 7.
It was, wasn't it?
Because there was a bunch of 6 and 8 inches.
So if we look at our line plot now that we've plotted our data, which fry length had the most? Say again?
6.
6, that's right here. What about the least? Elliot?
We have an idea. How we for 1 and 7 since they have 0? How we put 0 in the top, okay? Since they're like.
Oh, so that might be a good idea. I worry that we might get confused, but it might be a good idea to just put a 0 there so we know that they didn't have anything.
Hey, who forgot?
Do you know which ones had the least amount? Oh, did you forget to put them in? 1 and 7. That's
Yeah, I
right.
need to do that.
Did we have any that had tied, that actually had fry numbers that were tied?
There you go.
Christian, did we have any that had the same amount of fries? Oh, you can't see. Sorry. Do we have any that had the same amount? Which ones? On our line plot up here, do we have any that have the same? We have 2 and 3 and one more that only had 1. 2? Yep, 2 had 1, 3 had 1, and what about 5? 5 had 1. Who can count all of them? How many fries did we count all together?
What?
Oh, shh, I'm gonna call something. Do you know how many we had all together? 14, that's right. Good job.
You saw. No, I didn't. No, that's not correct.
It's not?
That.
5?
Oh yeah, it is. I thought that was 11.
Where?
I thought these 2 numbers were 11.
Oh, no.
I thought they added up to 11.
No, we had 14 all together. Does anyone have any questions about our line plot? Hello.
Like, why do we usually put X's
No.
in?
Why do we put X's here? It's just a way to mark it. I could have just used, if I wanted to, I could have just done dots. We could have just done big circles like this. It's just a way to mark it, to show, to count the numbers. So it doesn't have to be X's. Did anyone else have any other questions? You forgot yours? That's okay. If it comes back to you. Okay. So now we're going to do our rotations, and when we come back to the back table, we'll do some more practice with this, okay? Did you have a question, Giselle? Okay, you can hang on to that. You can throw it away. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do.
I'll keep mine.
Okay. You can keep it if you want.
I don't have it.
Where'd it go?
I put it back in the book bag.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good.
Are you vlogging